Also, if there's any small children on the tram who don't quite reach the floor, now's a good time to move them towards the center of the aisle of your car, just for safety reasons, because it gets a little bumpy here out on the tour. And because it gets a little bumpy, keep an eye out for your personal belongings as well. And we'll be getting started in just a moment, everyone. The tour should last about 45 minutes to an hour. So if you have a snack, go ahead and break them out, because this is the only attraction in the park where you can have a snack on ride to ride. Also, I'll be your tour guide today. My name is Jasmine. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. If you look to your right, you'll get a nice view of the San Fernando Valley. You can see our Metropolitan sets down there, a couple sound stages, Warner Brothers, the studio that's brought us the Barbie movie.
Time to get it wrong. Bring the noise.
Now, maybe the tour guide, but I can't do this all by myself. I'm an amazing driver, Daryl. Everyone say hello, Daryl. Amazing, fantastic. Alright, sounds like we're going to start our journey that we call the studio tour. Go away. See you later to people on the left-hand side. See you later, guys. Enjoy your tour. Thank you. Now, we do have a team with tour guide. We do have a co-host for this tour today. You may know him as the host of the Tonight Show and NBC's That's My Jam. Here is Mr. Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Jasmine.
And the greatest driver.
Daryl.
They're the best. I love that. Even though
Jasmine
owes me $5.
That's not
I know
true.
you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Alright, so first, if you need guest assistance, have a medical emergency, you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or you're having sound and video issues, reach up and grab that red E-cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back to assist you, so this is safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please stay seated, keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Remember to use that red cord above your head if you need any assistance. The studio is a private property, so anytime during the tour you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the cord and remain seated. Please don't smoke of any kind during the tour, and be prepared. Our tour today features loud noises, set of jam movements, fire effects, and many water effects. So you want to have your cameras out for great photo opportunities, but keep an eye on them so they don't get wet. And finally, for your safety and those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while you're on board. Alright, we are leaving the theme park, but we're headed into the heart of a working studio. When Universal City first opened, we're about 230 acres of property, and now we're roughly 400 acres and still expanding, making us the largest studio in Los Angeles. Right now, we're making our way down the Universal Timeline, which is a series of movie posters, and these posters are a representation of a few of the thousands of films that Universal has produced in the last 100 years or so, starting in 1914 with our first film, Damon and Pythias. But it wasn't until the 1930s that Universal would receive their first Academy Award for Best Picture and Best Director for the film All Quiet on the Western Front, directed by Louis Milestone. Now keep your eyes peeled on the timeline if you haven't haven't already, you may see some of your favorite movies represented. My personal favorite on the timeline is The Breakfast Club, directed by John Hughes. Also in Universal City first opened, we were founded with, and we still have, our very own fire station, which is on your right-hand side. Now it's called Fire Station 51 to pay homage to Station 51 in the television series Emergency. But they're a real functioning fire station here to keep us safe. As we continue down the Universal timeline, you may notice a famous logo on top of these posters. That logo has evolved throughout the years, and it wasn't until the 1930s that it would appear at the beginning of a Universal film. Now the lot we're going to enter has two sections. We have our front lot and our back lot. We're about to enter our front lot that has our TV and film offices, our sound department, our editing department, and a majority of our 36 sound stages. One of our stages will be on your left-hand side. That's Sound Stage 12. It's one of our largest, most historic stages here on the lot. And you'll notice there's The Voice painted on that stage. That's because The Voice used to film in there, but now they film at another sound stage right here on our lot. And on your right, you'll start to notice how close in proximity the theme park is to the studios. So while you're at Super Nintendo World, your favorite actor can be filming an episode of your favorite show right here in one of our sound stages. But what is a sound stage? A sound stage is a large building that is about 98% soundproof, so productions don't have to worry so much about outside noise interrupting inside filming. Plus, you can create any kind of setting that you can imagine inside of a sound stage, like Scarface's mansion from the film Scarface, the Visitor Center in Jurassic Park, Frankenstein's lab, Dracula's castle. All of those sets I just mentioned were built inside of Sound Stage 12. As you pass these stages on your left-hand side, you may notice these large doors. They're called elephant doors because they're big enough for an elephant if we ever need one. But they're mainly for loading in large set pieces. Now, a couple of shows that filmed here recently on the front lot have been the Kelly Clarkson Show. Right before they moved to New York, they filmed here at Sound Stage 1. Another show that films here in multiple sound stages is the show Bel-Air, which is a dramatic reboot of the 90s sitcom Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And here are two stars from the show, Jabari Banks and Ollie Sholaton, that tell you more about Bel-Air and working here on the lot.
You just got me the water when you get. So what it is, you put egg on the cheese. You put cheese on the eggs and on the cheese. It's right. Whoa, how many seats do you think there are? I don't know, it's gotta be a lot. Yeah, we could probably fit the whole Bel-Air cast and crew in there. You know, we gotta get one of these for me. And for sure. The lucky thing, y'all, the Bates Family Mansion lives right here on the Universal lot. Right. Some of Bel-Air's most pivotal scenes have been filmed right here. Jabari, what have been your most memorable moments? Oh, I don't know. I mean, there's so many to choose from. You know, I love the Boyer set when Will first enters, and at that moment, his life changes forever. What about you? Well, the Bel-Air Academy gym set is here too. And we have to sit back home ice bath, so I want to see you, you know. Sergio and my toes. No, but seriously, my favorite part of this lot is the talented crew that are all together. From hair, wardrobe, makeup, set design, props, and transportation. Yes, you know, Transmo's the best, and they got the smoothest rides for us to play with. Actually, speaking of, if we're gonna get a ride like this, we better go talk to Transmo now and let these people go back to the tour. Yeah, that sounds good. As long as I get to drive. Oh, not if I've got the keys. Oh, nothing to it. Man.
And that is Bel-Air, which is streaming on Peacock, NBC's very own streaming service. But on your right-hand side, we're passing by more sound stages, and these stages have been home to many classic sitcoms like The Jeffersons, One Day at a Time, Who's the Boss, Martin, and Coach. But in more recent years, they have been the home to The Good Place, Rutherford Falls, Universal Television's Never Have I Ever, the Netflix series starring Maitri Ramakrishnan. But on your left, I'll see Ted on your left-hand side.
Hi everyone, Seth MacFarlane here, and I'm excited to share with you a behind-the-scenes look at my Peacock original event series, TED. It's a prequel series set in 1993. That means our esteemed prep students have to go to high school, house, and even recreate downtown Boston as it looked back in the day, using the exterior sets and facades you're about to see on the tour. But I should warn you, TED is intended for mature audiences only. So grown-ups, tell the kids to go in the other room before you watch. Oh, come on!
On your left-hand side, we're passing by some production bungalows where our top writers, directors, producers in town will come here to work their magic, develop their ideas, and get their scripts into shape. For example, we have Mark Platt Productions here in the bungalows. That is a company that has brought us Wicked and La La Land. Now, the first part of the film adaptation of Wicked comes out this year in November, starring Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. If you ever hear me all of a sudden go quiet, it's because we have these red lights above some of these doors in front of our sound stages, and they're called wigwags. And if they're ever flashing red, that means I have to get off mic temporarily so my noise doesn't interrupt any filming that's going on inside the sound stage. But we have passed the wigwag, and on your left-hand side, you'll see stages 25 and 26. These stages look a little different because there's production offices and dressing rooms in the front, and the sound stages are in the back. Now, recently, Stage 25 was used for the television series Lopez vs. Lopez, starring George Lopez and real-life daughter Mayan Lopez. But while the front lot houses production offices and sound stages for indoor filming, our back lot is where we have our large-scale exterior sets for outdoor filming. Now, we've officially left the front lot, and we're entering our back lot, where the world is literally around the corner. Because right now, we're entering our metropolitan sets that take up 4 acres of our back lot. And this is where you'll find hotels, banks, movie theaters, restaurants, anything you can find in a major city or small town anywhere in the world. Now, on your right, you'll see Central Park and Brownstone Street. Now, Billie Eilish used Central Park for her mini musical for Amazon Prime Day. And Brownstone Street is where Mindy Lahiri lived in the Mindy Project. But people still recognize it from the film Bruce Almighty.
Close the door! Inside bad, outside good. Inside bad, outside good.
Oh, you're done now.
Beautiful.
Great Scott! It looks like we're going back to the future. Because the area we're entering now is called Courthouse Square, that you'll likely recognize as Hill Valley from Back to the Future, starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. This building on your left-hand side featured the famous clock tower in Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2. It was also the courthouse in the classic film To Kill a Mockingbird. This is also the setting of the TED series that I mentioned earlier, set in Boston in 1993. But Back to the Future is a great example of how these sets can be used to represent any different time period the story calls for.
It was actually the back lot of the Courthouse Square that inspired the entire climax of Back to the Future.
I had scenes up there, the clock tower, on that ledge. There was a ledge about that wide, and I was standing inside, looking at the ledge, and I already had vertigo. I just thought, there's no way in the world, no way I'm going to stand on that. I was up there for quite a while. Of course, I had a cable.
They may also recognize that town square as Kingston Falls from the movie Gremlins, or maybe as a 1940s Los Angeles in Marvel's Agent Carter. But from small town to big city, we're about to turn the corner onto New York Street. Now, New York Street is the perfect location to get that long tracking shot of your main character just walking downtown, or that aerial crane shot of a superhero showdown, or that sweeping drone shot from one end of the street to the other for a high-speed chase. Now, these buildings around here are over 50 feet tall, and this street comes equipped with its own theater district, financial district, and its own Macy's building. But it's also where you can find my co-host, Jimmy Fallon.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there. An old woman, tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like the old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, it's cool guys. I was just, just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere, even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
Now, the materials used to build our Metro sets increase the flexibility for filmmakers. So what appears to be brick or stone is actually hard plastic and plywood, which can easily be changed out from production to production. And as you can imagine, the Metro sets are a very popular filming location. American Ninja Warrior has filmed on this very street, and they would film a couple episodes back to back, the city qualifiers and the semifinals. They start filming at night, and they go into the early hours of the morning. Now, if you're a Fast and Furious aficionado, Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw has filmed here for a high-speed chase in London. Now, they filmed in London for that scene, but also partially here at our Metro sets. And with clever editing, they just put that footage together, making it seamless as if they were in London the entire time. But it looks like we are leaving the concrete jungles of our New York street. But that's okay, because that means we're going to enter the actual jungles of Skull Island.
It's the original King Kong. So that would be TV numbers about 8 or 9 years I like films that just take you away from the real life. Sweep up and feature. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship and you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island. That was great. We have created this 3D immersive experience. You've got a little glasses ready, but put them on yet. Just put in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
Alright, just a further reminder to remain seated, arms and legs in the vehicle at all times. No flash photography, please. Go ahead and put on those 3D glasses, because soon we're going to enter the jungles of Skull Island.
The island. Nobody's lived here for hundreds of years. Don't be so sure about it.
Let's go! Because if you didn't catch us, the tour gotta be over. Oh, it's 40 feet tall, 180 feet wide, digital 3D screens that you saw in there. Using some of the most advanced technology in filmmaking today. Now, Peter Jackson and the team at Weta FX designed that film that we just watched. And Weta FX is now a 7 Academy Award winning visual effects team. They won just last year for their work on Avatar, The Way of Water.
With studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions as creatures coming at them. They're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side. Working on the movie, we always know we're looking straight ahead, we're looking at the shot that we're working on. Here we are, taking into account that people are looking in all directions. Also, one of the things about this ride on these movies that we used to work on, there's no cuts. Because it's one giant shot, this tram that's driving along through Skull Island, that's where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away. We really created about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, it was presented to the audience. It's
Seems like part of the tram got pulled into the screen by a T-Rex. But that's okay, because when any vehicle appears on screen, it becomes what we call a picture car. And a picture car can be any mode of transportation. It could be a boat, an airplane, a helicopter. This tram has been a picture car many times. On your left, you'll see our picture card collection. And picture cards can do more than just take our characters to their destinations. They can tell us more about our characters' personalities or the time period which the short film is in. Taking us all the way to the future of 2015, where we have flying cars and Back to the Future 2. We're all the way back in the past, the Stone Age era with the Flintstones. Those Flintstone vehicles are made of mostly foam rubber and fiberglass. And they're eco-friendly, no gas is needed, just feet. But the newest addition to the picture card collection is the Fry's Electronics van from the film Nope, directed by Jordan Peele. Now shout out to anyone that's been to a Fry's Electronics, because it was an actual store that's no longer in existence. Honorable mention, Circuit City. Shout out if you know what a Circuit City is. Let's go, early 2000s. Now, picture cars can also add a futuristic touch to any story. For example, the self-driving Ford Explorers you see in Jurassic Park. Now, Jurassic Park hit its 30th year anniversary last year. It's one of the most successful movies of all time, spawning the franchise Jurassic World, starring Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. And of course, Jurassic Park is directed by the one and only Mr. Steven Spielberg, who has a great relationship with Universal.
When I was about, 16 years old, and I began hanging out at Universal during my summers. When I went to college nearby, I continued to come on the lot and try to become a director. So Universal sort of is my birthplace. This is the place I consider my first home, and I love it here. And I keep coming back.
Coming up on your right-hand side, you'll see John Hammond's Jeep that the boys discovered in Jurassic World.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
That's right, we have left Skull Island, but we're headed to an island off the coast of Costa Rica where you'll see set pieces, props, and more picture cars from the original Jurassic Park trilogy. Look like they're made of metal, but they're actually painted to look like metal. They're made of mostly plywood, just like our Metropolitan sets. And this vehicle on your left is the mobile lab that was used in the Lost World Jurassic Park, featuring Julianne Moore, Jeff Goldblum, and Vince Vaughn. A couple of these cages look a little on the empty side. It's no big deal, but if you just happen to notice anything that's a little out of place, or just let me know if you see anything strange, because I have to. Oh, okay, fun. Car 2, car 3, car 4. Just a heads up, the dinosaurs are taking a little water break. Sorry, car 1. On your left, you'll see one of our lovely Spinosauruses. Don't worry, she's already had her water break, so you're good. One of my favorite little behind-the-scenes facts about this film is the crew had to wear Velociraptor slippers while walking around on set, so they leave dinosaur footprints everywhere rather than leaving a bunch of human footprints everywhere. But here's a closer look of that mobile lab in action. Well, in this scene here, it may seem like Julianne Moore is dangling from a cliff, but that cliff is actually a parking garage right here on the lot made to look like a cliff. It's also raining in this scene, and rain plays an important role because it can make a sad scene more sad, a romantic scene more romantic, an action sequence more intense. However, we can't rely on Mother Nature to have rainfall on cue, so we have to create it. And we just arrived to Old Mexico, where I hear there's rain in the forecast, so just remember to remain seated, arms and legs in the vehicle at all times. But how do we create rain? I'm glad you asked. We use the advanced technology of sprinklers to sprout the water into the air to fall on the ground naturally. Oh my goodness, I'm a psychic. Now lighting is important because it helps capture that water successfully on film by illuminating the rain, making it visible. Sound for thunder will be added after filming and post-production. So then when you tie all of those elements together, it just creates the perfect setting for rain and a meditation app. Okay, can we get a cut on the water, please? No more water. We gotta keep this tour moving. Today. That usually works. Okay. Everyone, remain calm. This is actually what we do here on Wednesdays. We call it Flash Flood Wednesdays here at Universal. On Wednesdays, we rain. I'm just kidding. Now, Flash Flood is a paid actor. You may recognize him from 2002's Big Fat Liar, starring Paul Giamatti, Amanda Bynes, and Frankie Muniz.
You can't outrun a wolf, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that.
That water is recycled and released from large tanks to the top of the hill. But alas, we are leaving Old Mexico and we're headed into the Old West. Welcome to Six Points, where countless movies and TV westerns are made. These are some of the oldest sets that we have here on the lot that still get used to this very day. Like in the film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, directed by Quentin Tarantino. On your left, you'll see the saloon that was used in many key scenes in that film.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal lot.
I hear this is where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot.
And I'm going to take this moment to let everyone know that our tour is approximately at the halfway mark. So I just want to remind everyone to remain seated during the entire tour.
Lucky shot.
I want to see you mount up and get out of town while the gift is good.
All right. Well, I'll see you again, Fallon.
Oh, you can count on me, pal. Now get.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Well, we just had to talk it out, that's all.
Now we're going to mosey on out of the Old West here and return to modern times. And as we turn the corner here, on your left-hand side, you're going to see a body of water. And that body of water is what we call Park Lake. Now, Park Lake was featured as the Amazon River in the film Creature from the Black Lagoon. That, my friends, is the Gill Man, just one of the many classic Universal monsters. Because from the 1920s to the 1950s, Universal is known as the monster-making studios. Monsters like Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, the Bride of Frankenstein, the list goes on. But the birthplace of these characters is right here at Universal. And these classic monster movies are very helpful to the studios during the Great Depression because they were so affordable to make and they generated a lot of revenue. Now we're going to enter an area we call Little Europe. And Little Europe is some of the stomping grounds for these classic Universal monsters. It's also one of our most versatile locations that we have here on the lot because we can take audiences anywhere in the world. We'll have set decorators come in to maybe add signage or take signage away, maybe paint buildings to be different colors, just to be wherever the story needs it to be. Like Transylvania for Dracula, Egypt for the Mummy, Genovia for the Princess Diaries 2, a royal engagement. You may also recognize it as the afterlife in The Good Place.
You, Eleanor Shellstrop, are dead.
This location.
I've never seen it. Yes.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
If you'd like to go to the bad place, you would take the railway station on your left-hand side to get there. But on your right-hand side, we call that open area the Courts of Miracles. And that is where angry villagers would gather in a mob state in these classic monster movies. They would gather to get rid of the monster that's wreaking havoc on their town. Monsters like Frankenstein. Someone has pulled the E cord. If this is a medical emergency, please pull the cord again. If this is a dropped item, please pull the cord again. All right, I'll be right back to assist you. Just kind of wave your hand so I know where you are, okay?
When we think of Universal, we think of monsters.
Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Bride of Frankenstein,
The Mummy,
The Hunchback of Notre Dame,
The Invisible Man, Phantom of the Opera.
classic films. They're just brilliantly made.
That Frankenstein image, flathead, balls, it's one of the great icons of the world.
That to me was like the essence of the Universal horror film. And I was just mesmerized by it. Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney.
I remember the original Universal Studios Mummy movie really scaring me.
It's still ringing in our memories now. I love it.
That was Dracula at the end there, played by Bela Lugosi. Came out in 1931. And while filming Dracula, they filmed an English language version and a Spanish language version simultaneously. The English language version was filmed in the daytime, the Spanish language version was filmed at night. Different actors, but they use the same sets. But till this day, the Spanish language version is also considered a classic. And here's a back-to-back comparison of the English and Spanish language version of Dracula. I guess I pulled the E cord. It'll be really soon.
Watch your foot there.
Alright, now in the 70s, the monster became more about what you can't see. The unknown, the suspense. And the film in the 70s that was really great for this was Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg. Now we are headed to Amity Island, and don't you worry about any rumors about a great white shark, because if you look to your right, it looks like they caught a shark, so we're all good. Because what are the chances of multiple sharks taking you one location? But just in case, for your safety, remember to remain seated, arms and legs in the vehicle. Okay, looks like we have a visitor. Well, like I said, our police divers are out there somewhere, I think. Oh, that's George. He's one of our best. It's actually a typical Wednesday for George. So we're in great hands, everyone. Oh, George, are you okay? I think it's fine. We're fine. But just in case, we're just going to hang out behind this pier where it's safe. Sort of. And, I kind of lost track of the shark. So if you just happen to see it, just yell shark at the top of your lungs, okay? The pier's moving by itself. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's nothing. Actually, oh. Sorry, everyone. I didn't realize this beach had a serious gas problem. Well, that was our shark Bruce, named after shark Bruce, the summer blockbuster Jaws. Why Bruce? Well, Bruce Raymer was the name of Steven Spielberg's wife. If you look closely at that shark, it's rare. It's the only shark in the world that knows how to do the backstroke.
That's a much more shark. Shark suspect didn't really work at all. Wherever you were right now, here they were always seeing
Shark is not working for me. The shark.
We just waited a minute. We just waited and waited and waited.
The shark worked well enough for a while there to use its own mind. So I did owe the shark a lot.
Now, the town that surrounds Amity Island on your left was actually Cabot Cove in the television series Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury. Now, if you happen to see a yellow house with a green roof on your left, that was Boo Bradley's house in the classic film To Kill a Mockingbird, located on one of our neighborhood streets that we call Elm Street. And on your right, you'll see the Chicken Ranch house that was used in the musical The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, starring Dolly Parton, where she sings, "I Will Always Love You." Now, Quantum Leap was here not too long ago filming. And Quantum Leap is a time-traveling show you can find streaming on Peacock, starring Raymond Lee as our new time-traveling hero, Ben Song. We have reached another neighborhood street on our lot that we call Colonial Street. Very convenient to film here rather than out in an actual neighborhood, because one, you don't have to ask anyone to relocate for the time of filming, plus you can control a lot of the elements like the seasons. If you want it to look like fall, you can lay a bunch of leaves everywhere, or snow for winter. You can land a helicopter in the middle of the street no problem, like in the film Why Him, starring Bryan Cranston and James Franco. But I think this street is probably still best recognized as Wisteria Lane from ABC's Desperate Housewives.
If there is one thing that insularity it's a winning.
Now, most of these houses are semi-practical, which means you're able to film partially on the inside. Some houses even come with their own upstairs, downstairs, living room, and kitchen. Now, if you've been keeping up with the Ted series, coming up on your left, you'll see a blue house, and that is the main house from the series, Ted.
But if it's stinking people, how many we got? Well, let's see, we got 20 comments. Fantastic. Do you think we're getting too late for this?
Come on, Johnny, we're doing a public service here. If a kid leaves the house in a less than stellar Halloween costume, he's got to get the bad news before he makes a fool of himself all over town. We're Samaritans.
Now, here's more productions that have filmed on our Colonial Street. Approximately 15 minutes from the end of the tour, and we will be returning to the theme park shortly. Remember to pull that emergency cord if you need any assistance and remain seated at all times. Now, the road we're traveling up is called Wilderness Road, and it also gets used for filming because sometimes you just need our characters to appear like they're in the middle of nowhere, and instead of filming in the middle of nowhere, they can just film right out here. For example, this roadway was the scene of an overturned limousine dramatic rescue for the Fox series 911 starring Angela Bassett. They also filmed some scenes out here for the film Bird Box starring Sandra Bullock. Now, speaking of Bird Box, I just remembered it happens to be migration season.
At Illumination, we're fortunate to be the stewards of a number of franchises. However, we also have a mission, which is to bring new stories and new characters into the world.
Let's fly.
In Migration, a family of ducks will embark upon what will become a journey of a lifetime. We meet some funny, silly, likable new characters.
Everything will be all right. Yeah, no, I'm okay. We can do this.
This movie is a reminder that no matter how fearful we might become, there still is a beautiful world out there to experience.
keep on surviving.
Now, car 1, car 2 maybe, you might be able to see the wreckage on your left-hand side from the War of the Worlds set from the film War of the Worlds, also directed by Steven Spielberg. That was a real plane that was broken into several pieces and then moved into place by flatbed trucks. It's about an alien invasion. Speaking of alien invasions, we're going to visit one because we're going to visit Jupiter's Claim from the world of Nope, from the mind of Jordan Peele.
What's up, Studio Tour? I'm Keke Palmer from Jordan Peele's film, Nope. What's a bad miracle? Well, you'll have to see our movie to answer that one. Until then, I hope you enjoy your visit to Jupiter's Claim.
Did you see in your phone in that club?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nothing like this.
Are you ready?
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible mission and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Gervais. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in Billy Hamilton's movie Vacation. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Well, a little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. So anyway, this Halloween fantasy, the Gold Rush Frontier Town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center. Welcome to the world of no.
I wouldn't worry. It just sounds like something unknown is directly above this tram. I'm sure if we just stay still, maybe it'll just go away on its own. Fingers crossed. Okay, I think we're in the clear. To those who haven't seen the film Nope, just know it's a good thing we can't physically look directly out to the sky right now. Because from where I'm sitting, it looks like everyone is here and everyone is in one piece. So that's good. But those are the actual sets from the movie Nope. They filmed in the Santa Clarita Valley, and then they deconstructed the sets, and then reconstructed the sets to be here, a part of the studio tour. Speaking of the tour, the tram has been through a lot during this tour today. You know, the shark attacks, being jostled around at Skull Island. So really quick before we end the tour, we're just gonna visit Sullivan's Repair Shop to make sure everything's good with the tram, and then we will wrap up the tour. But just for your safety, because I know it gets a little rowdy in here sometimes, remember to remain seated, arms and legs in the vehicle at all times. No flash photography, please, but have those 3D glasses nearby. I don't know, I have a strange feeling you're gonna need those one more time, so just have them just in case.
My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you in Shaw for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot.
Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone could give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
Alright, it sounds like we have a little slight change of plans. Don't know who the Shaw character is, but they sound like they could be a dangerous person, so we should probably listen to what they're saying, because they sound like a tight group of trustworthy people. What would you call that? Friends? Family? Oh, this is a party. Oh, this is not bad. Actually, this is how we end the tour always, all the time.
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move. Damn, that's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not...
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. Got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Hobbs, escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of...
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate.
Shaw traced us. Hobbs can't hold it forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Try to move that vehicle.
It's about to get real interesting. Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
Alright, it looks like we're up too. So if you haven't already, go ahead and put on those 3D glasses.
Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn.
After them!
Okay, guys, it's showtime! Come on up! This thing ain't going fast enough! Roman, Letty, hook him up! Now we're moving.
You can be the witness to remember what we call it a day! The witness is mine, Letty!
How about you eat asphalt?
Don't think you're getting away! Only the close!
Way to go, Letty. Don't let it up with the shot. Not gonna happen. Don't worry, I got this. Hit the nitrous. Ride or die.
Under construction. Everyone is in one piece. Good. Go team. We did that.
Protect the witness and Letty's only.
That's crazy out there.
No, my Mona Lisa got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through. God held us down. Appreciate it.
They say the good of the family is stronger it is. You guys did good. And you're welcome to try our food anytime.
And of course, you're more than welcome to join us here at the World Famous Studio Tour anytime as well. Thanks for coming out today. Thank you, Daryl, for getting us back here safely. Can we get a round of applause for our driver, Daryl? Awesome. Special shout out out to our annual pass holders. If you'd like to become an annual pass holder, visit the box office of the theme park today and see how you can upgrade today's ticket into an annual pass. Also, if you want to purchase any NBC Universal shows or movies that you may have seen on the tour, visit the website uphe.com. And if you haven't already, go ahead and download the Universal Studios Hollywood app. There's a lot of useful information on there, like the park hours, showtimes to Waterworld, reservation information for Super Nintendo World, and so much more. Once again, thank you so much for joining us here at the World Famous Studio Tour, the tour that's turning 60 years old this year, and everyone that boards the tram is a part of that history. So thank you so much for being here today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day here at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. And that is a wrap, everyone.
Let me tell you something, Paige. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Go ahead, they're rolling, Phil.
Yes, turn on.
Let's put him in there now. Okay?
Just cut because I can't think of anything to say.
All right, we'll be pulling forward in just a moment, everyone. We're just in a little bit of tram traffic.
The new phone book's here! The new phone book's here!
I went to answer the phone. I was gone a second. I came back in. He let himself out of the playpen. He put on Scarface, and he glued his hands to the rum bottle. Okay?
And the left fielder's name? Why? Because. Oh, he's center field.
Hey, Mark Wahlberg. Shut up. Mark Wahlberg? Me? Who else looks like Mark Wahlberg? Your girl? Mark Wahlberg's like 150 pounds. I'm 250 lean. I look like Mark Wahlberg ate Mark Wahlberg.
Got a little bit of kick to it.
That's an attention getter.
Alright, when the tram doors open, watch your step. Make sure you have all your personal belongings. And those 3D glasses will go into the blue bins on your left-hand side. Once again, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.
What do you like it?